Hello, back again. Sorry, my battery died there, so it's very much a learning curve. So I think we left when we were doing the smaller sort of central part of this flower, which we're going to be doing. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is cut off the excess, which I've done, and glue. Hot glue is pretty good, so get my old hot glue gun on there. There's some muck on it, get off. There we go, a little bit of glue, a little bit of hot. Okay. And when that's done, what you do then is to actually sort of glue that to the centre of the other one, which we'll do now. A little bit of the old glue. Position it so that it's the central. Okay. Now when you've done that and it's all sort of drying off, what's a good thing to do is to perhaps, now obviously there's easier ways to do it. I mean, during the break while I was waiting for the battery to charge up, I made this one, and I found when I took this particular section off here and the edge and the bottom, I was left with just this sort of little bit here. I sort of did this little cut just along the edge, as it were, and then folded each one in till I got a circle, glued it together. I used the smaller cake or pie dish to make the central one, and I did the same, cut that with a little sort of I don't know, wavy edge, whatever you call it. God, where's my brain at the moment? And then I just used a sort of a swirl of the edge of one of these little pie tins. Okay. So there you go, that's one I finished while I was waiting for the battery to sort itself. So we're back to this one now that I'm making. Now what I actually did is I did this sort of painstaking thing of cutting, you know, the edge off each flower, going around each one. It doesn't have to be sort of particular. Around each one. Here we go. This one there, it's stuck around the other one. Just taking these of the edges off. I'm sure when you do try to sort of perhaps make one of your own, or hopefully several of your own, you'll find sort of new ways to do it. I mean, this is just something I started. I mean, I did see somebody make some flowers out of those tea light holders. I think that was Gary Reef. Gary Reef, Capricorn Artist 73, which is one of my favourite mixed media artists. And of course, then when you see something, you start to experiment with the materials that you have. I think it's sort of you know, it's much easier to sort of should we say sit down and try and sort of sort things out in your own mind, try and sort of design things as you can. It's good to get ideas from those lovely folk on the net that share them. Well, that's what I'm doing now, is sharing up little ideas I've had of my own. I'm sure there'll be other folk that may find a different way of doing it, but this is sort of what I'm doing at the moment, because I'm hoping to make a little tea light like lamp that will sit in the garden, and I wanted something that wasn't going to burn. So of course this is a material that's perhaps ideal for that. I think they call it aluminium or aluminum in America. So makes a lot of mess though. But there again, that's what we like doing. Us crafting girls is making mess. We clear it up afterwards, because actually the important thing is just to craft and to create and to enjoy. And that's what it is. It's to do with having fun, isn't it? So anything that's sort of like left, oh goodness me, it's left some edges there. So once you've done all of that, I'm going to try and be quick here because I don't know exactly what I've got here left on the camera. But the next step, or the next stage that I used anyway, was getting the central piece of my pie tin or cake tin or whatever you call it, okay, and using something very small, a small circle. Now here we go. I used a 1p, okay, and I find that it's great. I mean, you can probably get 2 out of that, but it's good. And I got my stylus, and I hope you're seeing this, and draw around it with the stylus, okay. Okay, so in other words, you're making the centre of the flower. I mean, somebody else might have a different way of doing this, but this is the way I do it. And then of course you can start to make like little seed decorations in the middle. I'm rushing this a little bit here. So once you've done that, I should be wearing my distance glasses at this. I haven't sat down to this because it's right. I think I've done enough there. Don't want to do too many, do we? And of course the light's fading now, isn't it? Okay, looks like a little bit like a shower cap, doesn't it? But and you can leave it like that if you want, or gently go over it again. Bring the indent out, perhaps to the other side. If you're seeing this. Okay. Now we've done that, stop dithering, where are we? And just cut it gently round, not exactly round now, is it? Don't rush. You can see what I'm doing there, cut it gently round, round. The line there, but that doesn't matter. Right, we bring our flower back, okay, and we are going to gently, a little bit, or else you can put the glue actually on the flower itself, because that might be a bit hot, okay. In fact, it can get very hot, so please be careful, and just stick it down, okay. Of course, when that's all stuck dry, then you can actually lift these up a little bit and you can trim the edges off or not, depending on you know what you're doing. Just do little edges with the scissors on either side, just to sort of give it a little bit of effect. But there again, that's it, finished, and I'll get back to you later. Okay, bye bye for now.